a man accidentally dug up a nuclear bomb from the ground. After confirming that the bomb was intact, he, along with his son, hoisted it out of the pit and delivered it to a local arms dealer. The arms dealer recognized it as a fission bomb made by Israel. He offered $400 to buy it and then sold it to terrorists for $60 million. The terrorists who bought the bomb immediately decided to launch a terrorist attack in the United States and frame Russia for it, aiming to provoke World War III. The next day, the bomb was transported to Ukraine. 3 terrorists disassembled the warhead, took out the high-energy explosives inside, and placed them in a vending machine. Then, the terrorists bribed the customs officials to ship the vending machine to the United States and placed it at the venue of the Super Bowl. The target of this attack was the president attending the opening ceremony. As the game began, the Secretary of Defense suddenly received a call. CIA agents had obtained intelligence that a nuclear bomb had been shipped from Ukraine to the United States for a terrorist attack. After hearing this, the U.S. Secretary of Defense immediately called his bodyguards to escort the president away from the scene. However, just as the presidential motorcade left the stadium, a huge mushroom cloud rose into the sky. The shockwave from the explosion instantly covered the entire city. After the explosion, the Marine Corps arrived at the scene first and rescued the president. Fortunately, the president only suffered minor injuries. To prevent a second nuclear bomb, the president immediately boarded Air Force One and convened an emergency meeting. They believed that only the Russian military had the capability to detonate a nuclear bomb on U.S. soil. The U.S. president immediately questioned the Russian president, who promptly denied any involvement. Meanwhile, the terrorists subverted a Russian military base commander and dispatched 10 supersonic strategic bombers to sink the U.S. aircraft carrier in the North Sea. The radar on the carrier detected the incoming enemy aircraft and immediately activated its anti-aircraft guns, but it was too late. Missiles hit the command tower on the carrier, and with a huge explosion, the carrier instantly lost all combat capability. When the U.S. president learned of the attack on the carrier, he believed that the Russian military was declaring war. He immediately dispatched 3 F-16 fighter jets to launch a fierce bombing raid on the Russian Air Force base, which was instantly reduced to ruins. When the Russian president learned of the bombing of the base, he immediately ordered the deployment of nuclear submarines carrying several intercontinental ballistic missiles in preparation for a counterattack. Both presidents opened the nuclear missile silos deployed around the world. The U.S. military even dispatched bombers carrying nuclear bombs to fly towards Moscow. Dozens of Russian fighter jets quickly scrambled to intercept them. Both sides took out their nuclear briefcases and entered the launch codes. Just as a nuclear war was about to break out, the CIA discovered through chemical analysis of the explosion residue that it was a nuclear bomb made by Israel. So CIA agents went to Syria and successfully found the man who had dug up the bomb. Following the clues, the agents learned that during the Fourth Middle East War in 1973, an Israeli warplane carrying a nuclear bomb was shot down by a missile in Syria, and the bomb was buried by sand and wind. 20 years later, it was discovered by Syrian villagers and sold to a local arms dealer. After completing the investigation, the agents immediately reported to their superiors and successfully contacted the U.S. president, preventing the outbreak of a nuclear war at the last moment. After learning the truth, the president immediately ordered the termination of the nuclear bomb launch and recalled all B-2 bombers. Seeing this, the Russian military immediately shut down its nuclear weapons launch system, and thus a crisis was averted.